let's be honest. Some of us absolutely do our best work when we're in a competition, even if we're in a competition with ourselves, but especially when we're in a competition with other people. Something about showing up because we want to be perceived a certain way for other people can be a huge motivator. And with that thought in mind, I would like to show you a redesigned version of what I'm calling the Momentum Challenge. I stole this from the Pivot Shift community. James Shaw worked on a draft of this, and I've kind of redesigned it and refreshed it with something that has been working really well with my clients. I've had a few that have already rolled it out, and they're pretty excited about the results. What they're telling me is they are making more, they're doing more activities that's going to lead to more results in the day to day and also week to week than what they would make without the challenge. And that's exactly the point. How do we get you into more activity now so that you don't get that slowdown in December, and so that you've got a fantastic pipeline and pendings moving into January? Okay, so let me just show you what it is and then we can talk through it. All right, pretty dang simple. This is the activities over here that you can do, and here's the point value associated with those activities. So if you make 5 lead follow-ups, you get 5 points. If you take a listing, 15 points. If you do 5 social media DMs, 5 points. So on and so forth. There's a whole list of activities. There may be a few extra activities that you do that aren't on this list, so you can add it at the bottom. Be conservative with your point values. When James Shaw rolled this out to his community, he said the goal or the commitment would be 30 points a day. And he also did something like someone with the most amount of points at the end of the month wins, something along those lines. So what I'm going to tell you is this is very individualized per person. Some of you might be looking at this and saying, well, dang, I already hit 25 points a day every day without even trying. Yep, your goal probably needs to be higher than 30 points a day, right? And some of you would look at this and say, dang, I'm never going to get to 30. That's just not the business that I run. That's not how I treat this. You need to look at this and say, what's realistic for you? Number one, what's realistic, but also two, what's going to push you a little bit. I've got a client right now who her commitment is 20 points a day for all of her working days in the next month. And that's fantastic and beautiful. She's making good progress. She's doing things that she wouldn't have done if it weren't for the challenge. And again, that's the entire point. So at the top of my tracker, you're going to list out the number of days that you're going to be working. You could even say when the challenge starts and stops. But then again, you knowing exactly how many days are working days really matters. Let's say we're going to run this until November 15th. That might be 18 to 20 working days, somewhere in that range. So know the start and the stop date. Also know how many working days that is. And then what's your total commitment for number of points. So start with whatever your daily point range is, and then just multiply that by the number of days that you're working. This tracker, and I'll show it to you again, this one tracker will work for a whole week. There, you can record your points Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so if you were going to run this challenge for 4 weeks, you would just need to print off 4 documents, and all 4 of them all together, that's your month's worth of activity, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty excited about this. Grab a copy of it, take a look at it. Let me know if you just are going to implement it, and I would be happy to help keep you in track or on track or aligned with your goals that you're wanting for yourself. And then when you're done with it, reach back out and let me know how it did for you. Also, if you make any massive improvements, I'd love for you to share that back with me and let me know so I can make mine better as well. Hope this tracker is super helpful for you, like it has been for some of my clients.